You know what I forgot to do? When Jason gets in here, I'm going to have to ask him to reheat my coffee. I did not reheat my coffee. Sugar. All right. Anyway, good morning to you. That shows I need more coffee. Good morning. It is 8:01 now on a Tuesday morning. I'm first morning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the morning, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day started off on the right note. Top two things we're watching: temperatures getting hot outside and the storms are returning. It's a bit of a summer's preview in Central Florida, which is, not a big problem. It's just something we have to deal with. All right. That said, let's look outside. It's a little hazy. There's more and more moisture being added. And of course, that means that we're talking about the haze, the dew on the grass. There's Disney Springs, though. Boy, if I could go out and play, that's where I'd like to go today. It's a beautiful, beautiful start to the day. When we look at visibility numbers across Central Florida, you can see down around Winter Haven, there is a little bit of fog, and that's, of course, spreading over into Kissimmee, St. Cloud, into the tourist district there. 9-mile visibility in Orlando, 8.5 or so in Claremont. Hey, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
You see that coffee cup there?
Oh, yeah.
Could you just throw it in the microwave for 40 seconds?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, buddy. That's the advantage of being right with Jason, because he can do for me as I need, because I'm an idiot, and I did not do that. All right, so a little bit of haze out there this morning, not a big problem. First morning live Doppler radar scanning around. Thankfully, we're quiet. Off the shoreline, if I bring it full screen, you can see on the right side there's a couple of showers off the shoreline, but that's not coming in. So for now, we're looking good, we're feeling good, we're going to be good. Forecast today, looking good for most of us for most of the day. There will be a couple of showers, a couple of thunder showers later in the day. Lunchtime temperature into the lower range of the 80s. We'll make it to about 86 by 1 p.m., 89 degrees by 3 o'clock, and then there's that 10, 20, 30% chance of seeing just a couple of showers and thunder showers. While we're talking, rain chances over the next couple of days are trending up and up. And each day, interestingly enough, we have the dynamics in play to see some of those storms getting stronger. Just yesterday, it was in southern Osceola County, but there was a severe thunderstorm warning there. There was a couple of, thank you, buddy. There was a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in Polk County. So yesterday even had some stuff. Didn't have much in our area, at least where, the metro areas of Central Florida, but in more rural spots we did. So just kind of goes to show you that the dynamics are there for this kind of stuff. Marie, good morning to you. Nikki, Carolyn, good morning, everybody. Shana, good morning. Shauna, good morning. Nancy, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Marie, good morning to you. Pat, good morning, good morning. Linda, how are you? Jan, howdy, howdy, howdy. All right, so rain chances are on the rise. How does this time out? Let's take a look at Futurecast, okay? Of course, we could show you tomorrow's weather today. We're bringing in more and more moist air. So, of course, that's going to lead to the better coverage of showers and storms. Let's do this as soon as I find the button. There we go. All right, so we're looking good this morning. Through lunchtime today, a mix of clouds and sunshine. We're doing fine. Through the afternoon, you're good. But notice late in the afternoon, we're starting to pop up some of the greens and the yellows. Brevard, Volusia County, you look to be kind of the main focal point for the rains today. Like I said, rain coverage is going to be low, but where the storms do pop, we do have the chance of them getting to be a little feisty. So that's at least something to note. After that moves off the shoreline, we're looking fine. We're looking good, right? There's 10, 11. We're good. We're good. Staying through tomorrow morning. We're good. Tomorrow late morning, a couple of showers north of us, a couple of showers south of us. But notice through the day tomorrow, by lunchtime on, we're going to start to see more of that moving in. So tomorrow's rain coverage is going to be a little bit higher. But again, I think anything that does try to get stronger is going to be out east of town. So there's that. Then looking ahead, and again, this kind of plays into the overall coverage. Then looking ahead to our Thursday, rain coverage really jumps up as our next frontal boundary moves into the area, okay? Now, as I said, rain coverage kind of continues to spread. I believe this Futurecast will go all the way to Thursday. Yeah, it will. All right, so let me do this. Thursday. Notice Thursday morning, we're already tracking rains in our northern areas. By Thursday midday, we're kind of watching scattered showers. And then as we destabilize the atmosphere into the afternoon, Thursday afternoon, showers and thunder showers kind of mixing through the area. Bye, buddy. Love you. mixing through the area and then kind of trying perhaps to get a little stronger. We do have the threat for stronger storms these next couple of days. Notice, though, it's all green on the map, meaning a low-end threat. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's a low. But in Florida, that's a pretty commonplace occurrence. So today, Metro, most of us today, low-end chance of seeing something. Tomorrow, literally the coastal counties. And then for Thursday, it's a little more widespread across town, all right? So that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of the severe threat. It's with us these next couple of days. Not a big deal, but it is just one of those things, all right? All right. All right. Kenneth, buenos dias. Good morning to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. David, good morning. How are you? Beverly, good morning to you. Let's see here. Pat, good morning. Denise, good morning. And the Coffee Talk family, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday indeed. Alan's asking, sea breeze storms begin. We're definitely entering into this kind of summer tease pattern, but it makes sense because if you look at the average temperatures this time of year, they're in the lower range of the 80s along the interior, upper 70s to lower 80s back to the beaches. And today, we're going to be in the mid-80s along the shoreline, upper 80s across the interior. So it makes sense that you're running into those sea breeze storms. Debbie, was there a tornado in St. Cloud area yesterday? Not that I'm aware of. Did it even rain in St. Cloud yesterday? I know that there were some storms south of you. Michael says, wow, that was a lot of color to the north of Florida on Wednesday. Well, yeah, so storm system is moving into the area. So give me 2 seconds and I will show it to you. My brother's internet connection is not quite as fast as mine, so this lags a little bit. I have to get used to that if I'm doing coffee talks at my brother's house. We'll do this, we'll do this. Okay. All right. So why is there the stormy weather north of us? Well, first off, where are we at today? We've got moisture. It's focusing on the eastern areas, okay? Then looking ahead to your Wednesday, as you mentioned, there's a lot of color north of us because there's a big storm system and cold front kind of shoveling all that moisture around. So that's why the stormy weather is north of us. Then into Thursday, it moves our direction, brings us the rain, and then after that, the front clears, the winds turn, and literally Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, those forecasts look ridiculous. This weekend, ridiculous. You're talking about the sea breeze storms and, kind of getting into a summer's pattern. But look what happens this weekend. High temperatures in the 70s. Morning lows in the 40s and 50s. Now, sure, we'll make tweaks as is needed, but holy cannoli, that's a big change. Brooklyn, I live right by the water. Are the storms worse by the water? Will the water flood my home? There's a lot there. I don't know what kind of water. Are you on the ocean? Are you on a pond? Are you on a lake? Are you in a 100-year floodplain? I have no idea. There's many questions. Water can flood your home. Are the storms worse by the water? It depends. I mean, it's, there's so many factors there. Brian, good morning to you. Starting a new adventure today as a race car hauler driver and teammate for Zotz Racing Porsche team. Oh, that's super cool. Headed to Sebring today for my first race and 13 others around the country through December. Wow, that's super cool. I will stay tuned for my travel weather. Maybe see you on Sebring or Daytona during the season. That sounds a lot of fun. Drive safe, bud. I love that. How are we looking Thursday morning? Well, it looks like there's going to be some showers Thursday morning. But, showers, not big thunderstorms. So at least there's that. That's not a bad thing. Casey, 7 p.m. game for Auburndale today, okay? I mean, there's going to be a little bit of rain around, but it's not going to be a massive thing. We just have to watch it and deal with it. No big deal. Frankie, good morning to you. Do you think we will get an early tropical system? Jennifer, it's possible. We're very much into like that preseason activity. We, of course, issued our WESH 2 hurricane forecast. AccuWeather issued their hurricane forecast. Is it this week or next week? Phil Klotzbach puts out his Colorado State University forecast. I need to email him back because I'm trying to get him on Coffee Talk. Marie says having family in town today. Their flight got canceled in the weekend due to storms. Hey, that's not too bad. Eduardo, how does the weather look for Friday's Falcon 9 launch? First off, I will be there. I'm super excited. This is a big launch over at the Cape. Did they officially put out the forecast yet? I will tell you, I think it's good. Let's see here. I don't know that they officially... Oh, they did. All right, so here's where we are at for that. 80% chance of good weather, low wind shear in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, low booster recovery concerns. 11:17 a.m. is the launch, okay? So my plan, I'll tell you my game plan, is to be out there covering... I'm curious how this is going to work, because if it launches at 11:17, that means that we need to caravan out there by like 9:45. Our newscast goes until 10, so maybe I don't do a hit after. But I'm going to be out there previewing the launch starting at 5 a.m. on West News Sunrise on Friday. So I'll see you for the morning show. We'll do coffee talk from the Weather Lab, and then we'll caravan out, and I'll do another another Facebook Live type deal, previewing launch weather as we're getting closer and closer to launch. Why is this a big launch? It says Falcon 9 Axiom 1. What is Axiom? Okay, so they are a commercial launch provider, and essentially, this launch was booked through SpaceX. There are 4 commercial passengers that are going up for, I believe it's a 10-day mission. They're going to the International Space Station, and this is the first all-commercial launch heading to the ISS. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. As I understand, I've heard rumors, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard rumors that a future Axiom flight is actually going to include filming a movie. And I want to say Tom Cruise is a part of that. When you figure, it cost millions of dollars to launch a Falcon 9 to space. These are not cheap seats. We all may have friends in low places, but they're not launching on the rockets. You know what I mean? Elliot, I can't remember. Does the wet season officially start May 1st? It usually starts in the middle of May, okay? It's in the middle of May usually. Do this. What does it take to start our wet season? Cold fronts have to stop. That's the wrong graphic. This is the one I was looking for. Cold fronts have to stop. Sea breeze showers and storms have to kind of consistently start. And then the dew point temperature, the low temperature, has to be in the upper 60s, lower 70s. So mid to late May is when it usually happens. I could tell you we are not there yet. And the reason I know is because while we are, in the morning low temperature in the upper 60s, lower 70s, it's not consistent. We'll start firing up the sea breeze showers and storms today, but look what happens late this week into the weekend. Cold front moves in, and cold front drops those temperatures, and cold front drops those humidity levels, and cold front clears out the moisture. So we're not there yet. We'll get there. We're just not there yet. All right? So yeah. Mid to late May is when it usually happens. I will tell you that it has started much earlier. The earliest on record was early May. The latest was in July. Yeah, July. I remember that in 98. Good God, that one was terrible. I was taking personal fitness and life management at Lake Howell High School. Let's see here. Home improvements are keeping me very busy, Janet says. Good morning. So I missed you once again the last 2-3 days. Real life is much more important than coffee talk, so do your thing, girl. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. Gigi, good morning. How are you? Nita, good morning to you. It's supposed to be rainy and bad up here Wednesday and Thursday, then beautiful in Connecticut all weekend. Well, it's all part of the same weather system that's moving our direction, believe it or not. So, yeah, there's that. Brooklyn, Indian River is the water I live by. So you can get frictional tornadoes that develop and things like that. But, as far as it flooding, I can't tell you. You have to look and see if you're like in a 100-year floodplain or something. But I could tell you that, in terms of overall weather, it keeps you milder in the winter and cooler in the summer. I'll take it. Frank needs to up the internet speed. This is Jason's house. Jason needs to up the internet speed. Listen, you ask Jason to spend more money, and that's just not a thing. Let's see here. Friday morning, look at that. I mean, upper 50s, lower 60s. It looks great. It looks absolutely great. Do you think Melbourne will get much rain today? There will be a few showers, maybe a thunder shower. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and we are going on a Disney cruise on the 23rd. Fingers crossed for good weather. Well, yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. When do I get my pool this week? We go at 11 till 2 or 3. If storms are in the area, legally, they close for half an hour before and after. I mean, I would say, we go 11 to 2. I would say you're probably good today and tomorrow. Thursday would be a little dicier, but yeah. Chuck says, great, looking forward to a hurricane guest discussion. It'll be a lot of fun. I will tell you, though, we're not going to really talk about my long-range stuff with Phil, just because I don't want to take away from what he does. I don't want to have him answer questions about subject matter that he doesn't know much about. So just so that you know, when we have Phil on, it's going to focus on his work and the work that he learned from Dr. Bill Gray. That's going to be super fun. Super, super, super fun. Jennifer, what's the weather look like in the Bahamas this weekend? They're calling for rain Friday and Saturday. Anything to worry about going on a quick cruise? I would say, maybe Friday they've got some showers, and then hopefully Saturday, Sunday it clears out. Dan, good morning, Coffee Talk. Got lost in work and never received a start notification. That's okay, buddy. Real life works much more hard. Wait, can I try that again? Real life works harder. It's much more important. Good gravy. My brain is just not working. It's a great morning in Palm Coast, and it only gets better hanging with all you great coffee talkers. Robin, good morning. Thank you for hanging with us. See ya, Frankie. Michael, it's cool and all, but I don't think we're there for commercial space flight yet. When we need to have a stable space, there's a lot of this. Look, we could go for a deep dive. And all such launches include scientific experiments, including the ones that Blue Origin is currently doing. And I don't know if you guys and gals saw this. You probably didn't. I'm going to make a post about it at some point later today. But a huge contract was just signed between Amazon and United Launch Alliance. They essentially, think about this. United Launch Alliance essentially just bought every rocket that was available for years to put up their satellite internet constellation. They're going full bore in to compete with SpaceX and OneWeb. I mean, that's a huge, huge story. I just sent it to the folks at the news desk today because, I mean, that's a big story. I'll read you the headline. Amazon signs contract with United Launch Alliance for 38 Project Kuiper launches on Vulcan Centaur. And the Vulcan Centaur is the newest ULA rocket. Okay? Amazon's launches with a total of 47 missions, including 9 Atlas launches already on contract. So when you think about this, this is a massive, massive, massive contract. They're going head-to-head with Elon on this. And what's crazy is when you think about it, they essentially booked every rocket that they could, other than Falcon 9s. Like Falcon 9, because you're not going to book on the competitor. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Tanya, Eric, do you have the hurricane forecast for this year? What's the percentage for them to hit Florida? Well, we don't do percentages, but I could show you the 2 big hotspots for tropical landfalls this year. For this forecast year. Hit that. These are my 2 hurricane hotspots for this year. Florida being the number 1 spot, and coastal Carolinas being the number 2 spot. And I know, hold on a second, I need to go grab a tissue. I know what you're saying. Aren't those the hotspots every year? The answer is no, they're not. There are many years where those are not the hotspots. The Gulf Coast has been a hotspot. Sorry. The Gulf Coast has been a hotspot these last couple of years. Obviously, they are not as highlighted. So, yeah, those are the 2 hotspots that the WESH 2 hurricane forecast is calling for. And I'm going to be very curious to see what Phil Klotzbach puts together when he puts his out. I want to say is it tomorrow or is it next Wednesday? Hold on. Let me look. It's released 10 a.m. Thursday, April 7th. Okay, so this week. Yeah, this week. Okay. So there you go. This week we'll hear from Colorado State University's forecast. I need to get Phil Klotzbach on board. Did I take my sinus medication? I did, but it's going to take a while to kick in, and it's going to take a while to kick in. And what I need to do is I need to get a decongestant for today. These allergies, man, good gravy. I'm glad Saturday will be a nice funeral service, and bad weather would just make it worse. Jessica, I'm sorry to read that, my dear. I'm sorry to read that. Susie says, Coffee Talk friends, please continue to keep our Coffee Talk friend Eric Eulenbrock in your prayers as he goes through chemo. Absolutely. We need to take care of all of our friends here and keep all of our friends and family in our thoughts and prayers. I'll tell you, I was having a conversation with my pop over here yesterday, and we were just discussing how, he's still here and how he's feeling, little by little, feeling better and better. And hey, how can you write off the power of prayer or the power of good vibes and good energy? So, there's something to be said. So for all of you that sent good vibes to my old man, good juju, good prayers, I thank you so much. When is Phil joining us? I need to send him an email. I'm dropping the ball. As soon as I get off Coffee Talk today, I'm going to send him an email. That I can promise you. Catherine, looking good, Eric. Love that shirt. Well, thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. Enjoyed seeing Jeannie on Coffee Talk after Garth Brooks' concert. She's a pretty lady. Hey, she's a pretty lady. She's a sweet lady, too, but she's feisty. Dad and I also had a conversation about that. Feisty thing. Great day here. Looking forward to adopting a new baby, an 18-year-old. Very cool. Conure, I don't know what that is, but that's great. I love that, Susan. Jenny, could we see today's radar again, please? It's quiet right now. Oh, you mean as far as into the afternoon? Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to have to get used to this lag. It's funny. You can only get, I used to live, when we launched Coffee Talk, I lived across the street. And, this is as fast internet as they offer in this neighborhood. And so I used to be very much used to this lag. And then now that I've gotten off of it for a while, I'm like, ooh, it reminds me how great my new neighborhood has the fiber connection, There you go. So around 5 to 6, we'll start to see activity. 6, 7, 8 o'clock is when everything is going to want to focus. And Futurecast is trying to keep everything out east. I think it may try to develop a little further inland and then move east, but, it's certainly something to watch. Not a big deal, I'm happy to say. Elon Musk owns 9% of Twitter stock, the largest shareholder. New headline today. That was yesterday I saw that. Yeah. Alex says, sun is too powerful in Central Florida. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's why I threw solar on the house. Stephanie, good morning. Just hopped on. What time are the storms arriving in the Daytona area? It looks like 5, 6, 7 o'clock in that window, so late afternoon. The pollen is bad when we can hear your sinuses. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm a terrible allergy sufferer on any day, but these last few days, I am up the creek without a paddle. You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle. Don't forget your umbrellas today. Well, it's just over the next couple of days. Don't forget your umbrellas the next couple of days. Yeah. Mario, good morning. No questions today. Just saying hi. Well, hello. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Really happy your dad is doing better. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Nancy, so happy your dad is much better. Hey, Arnett, good morning to you. Glad your dad is doing better. Little bit by little bit, he'll be doing better. He's a putz. That's what happens when you're a Burris. Michelle, glad your dad is on the mend. That's right. Little bit by little bit. Nancy says, of course, Eric. She's a feisty Puerto Rican. That's true. Anna says, we all celebrate your dad is better. Little bit by little bit. I appreciate it. Susie, Jeannie is gorgeous and being feisty is just an extra blessing. Well, I was yelling at Dad because he modeled me into finding a woman with a strong personality. But then again, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Kevin, when did Coffee Talk start? Do you have a date? Do you know how many you've done? I know it was right around Hurricane Matthew, 2016. I think we just celebrated like our 5-year anniversary, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I think we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary of Coffee Talk. Michael says, I wish we could find a way to get Wesh 2 as my local affiliate in Connecticut. Ours is horrid. I'm sorry, buddy. I can remember 300 baud or 1 megabyte files on 20. I had a 14.4 modem on my second computer. My first computer didn't have a modem at all. And by the time I got my Mac Performer 6116 CD, it had a 14.4 modem. And I remember that was a big deal. And then there was 56K modem. That was like the bee's knees, you know? Alan, you sound like I feel. I bet I feel like I sound too. You know what I'm saying? I think Coffee Talk. Michael says, I think the Coffee Talk, calling it Coffee Talk, was really around 2019. Yeah, I know that we did it for forever. I know we did it for forever, but didn't call it Coffee Talk until some point. Yeah. You can get Wesh on the Very Local app and watch it That's a good point. Yeah, you can watch Wesh on the Very Local app and watch it anywhere. So you can be up there. Alan says, thinking wives rule our lives. Ain't that the truth? Queen Nene, happy birthday. How are ya? Susie, my first computer was a Tandy with a floppy disk. I had a Commodore 64 with a video cassette deal. And then I had an IBM PS2 2286. 2286. It 22. So was it 20 megahertz? It had a 20 megabyte hard drive, and it was a 286. Yeah, 2286. I remember with Windows 3.1 installed, it hardly had room for anything else on the computer, and a 14-inch monitor, which I'm talking to you on my MacBook Air. I'm pretty sure that this thing has. Maybe it's not a 14-inch monitor, but, you know, it's pretty close. It's just amazing when you think about how far we've come. You know? I don't know. 14K was fast. I remember 300 baud. Yeah, I remember the first time I got on any kind of a system was the card catalog at the Seminole County Public Library. And I remember my mom freaking out, like, can you get any of the porn on here? I don't want you to get any of the porn. And I'm like, it's a card catalog at the Seminole County Library, Ma. It's text only. Sister's leaving Mark Baden area to come to Florida. Leaving Milwaukee, coming down to Florida. Love it. The weather's better down here. Just saying, the weather's better down here. Afternoon is tea time. There you go. Elliot says, I'm happy with the standard 200 megabit per second speed without data caps. I don't do online gaming, only stream videos. Hey, if it works, it works. Right? Michael, a card cap. I mean, I thought it was the coolest thing. I could check the status of what books were there. I could read descriptions. Yeah. It was called a bulletin board, which you say that to kids and they're going to be like, a bulletin board? What's a bullet? Is that like a chalkboard? I read about that in my history book. It's a whole thing. All right. I had a Commodore 64 as my first computer. Crazy how much we've advanced since then. I can just recall with the Commodore 64, the thing that wowed me the most about it was how you had to click play on the cassette and type in your command and then walk away for like a half an hour. And by the time you came back, it was loaded up in like a half an hour. Cassandra says, if they cancel my flight one more time, I'm going to lose it. Cancel 2 times to come home to MCO. Storm, stay away. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a whole other world. I apologize. All right, my friends. It's 8:30. That means it's time for me to move on with my day. It's time for you to move on with your day. Today, 40% coverage of showers and storms. I think the further east you live, you should have said, I don't know, Ma, but I will try. That's funny. The further east you live today, the higher opportunity you have to see showers and storms. Tomorrow, a few more storms. Thursday is looking stormy, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is smooth sailing. Michael says Periscope. I missed that on Twitter. That's where you really came on. I still broadcast live on Twitter Live, whatever that is. Francis, you never went into Matrix BBS? We used to chat and do virtual. I never heard of Matrix BBS. No. By the time that she finally let me start using it, like AOL and Prodigy were huge, and like I was one of the last people that was just using a bulletin board, you know, because she was so concerned about the adult content, and I'm like, Ma, I'm in 4th grade. I'm in 5th grade. Whatever it is, I'm a nerd. I don't care about that stuff. It wasn't until like college that I discovered, hey, girls are pretty. Michael says, yeah, but we can't reply to you on Twitter Live. Oh, is that, I guess I haven't seen comments. I guess not. I'm sorry. As soon as they open that up, it should work on our syndicator. All right, people, we're going to be tracking the storms. I will tell you this. We got a big software update on our radar. We have an incredible partner in our radar vendor. And every time that there's anything now, they are literally working hard to code for us. So we just got a big radar code software update, which, if I'm honest with you, I can't wait to see how it handles all of these storms this week. That radar that you see on the top of that tower, though, it's getting better like every day. I mean, it's incredible what this vendor is doing for us. Every issue we've ever had, and think about it, we've had that radar since 96, 95, 96. Yeah. It has never been better than today. And I'm so excited to see how it handles the storms these next couple of days. All right, listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you guys and gals for Coffee Talk at 3:30 today, the afternoon update. We're going to be chatting about the storms over the next couple of days, plus the big chill coming this weekend, relatively speaking.